Hey, Johnny Valor, what's up, man? It's me, Second Son. What's up, you guys? Hey, everybody. It's me, James Jacobson. Not. What's up, parts unknown? You guys, if you don't already know, James Jacobson has pled out to a 10-day stay or a 20-day stay in the Elkhart County Jail or wherever the fuck he's at. What up, you guys? It's Second Son News here, and I'm actually doing a live stream on James's channel to let you guys all know about the situation with James Jacobson. That he actually is in jail right now because they sentenced him for a probation violation. Yep, exactly. Blue fucking ISIS. I honestly, I tried to fucking help James. I suggested that he get rid of it, his attorney, and go pro se, but he did not. Exactly. And but yeah, so just a quick update. Hey, let me do me a favor, guys. If you like the new picture that I uploaded, the new picture of James, let me know what you think. Does it look like James or does it not look like James? Does it look like someone else? I'm trying to have fun with this here. I know James would probably want to have fun, you know? Oh yeah, Roadhog. Most definitely, bro. I tried, man. I supported James 100%, 100%. And I kind of predicted this shit, dude. I knew this was going to fucking happen. This is why I said he needs to go ahead and fire that attorney, that public defender, if they don't actually sit there and support his First Amendment rights. And actually get in there, you know, and, do something about this entire, a probation thing, like that's kind of what it comes down to. It was a probation violation. It's a contractual thing. I mean, no wonder he pled guilty because he has nothing to do with or no, he pled out, right? It has nothing to do with the actual charge of PI, right? Public intox. Hi, EJ Nix. I'm here in the place of James Jacobson, giving you a quick update about his status. He's in jail. Hi, Community Media News. Community Media News. Everybody, put your hands together. That's fucked. I know. By the way, everybody, Jaded was actually in Elkhart today, okay, to support James. She drove all the way there in her dad's car, probably. But Jaded drove from Michigan all the way to Elkhart, Indiana, okay, to be there in court. So let's put your hands together right now for just a little Jaded. EJ Nix, the scoop is that I'm filling in for James Jacobson on his channel while he's temporarily in jail for the next 10 days. Well, they say it's going to be 20, but it should be 10 days he got sentenced to for probation violation with an extension of 1 year on his probation. Pretty fucked up if you ask me. Considering the fact that the entire thing all started from when the cops arrested him in his front yard for public intox, guys. He came out side of his house and stood in his front yard and was talking to the cop, and the cops arrested him for public intox. And that's where the whole probation thing came from in the first place. So if you really think about it, there was a lot of unclean hands in the in the equity court there by the Elkhart PD. So, and one of the maxims of law, I don't know if you know this or not, but a maxim of law is you can't enter into equity court with unclean hands, So, and that's exactly what the SFPD did, was enter into I just saw the pigs roll by. That's why I had to shut the light off real quick. Let's see if these pigs come back around again. Nope. Looks like they're gonna keep going. They ain't fucking with me. Oh, actually, I do see taillights. No, they better keep going. But yeah, I'm in my car and I'm taking over for James for right now to give everybody a fucking heads up. But apparently, also according to Just a Little Jaded, hold up. Wow. According to Just a Little Jaded, well, actually, I think you should hear directly from her what happened. But she was down there today. She sat in the courtroom, and apparently they were heckling quite a bit. I think that's kind of funny because if you can imagine Jaded smacking her forehead while she's in the audience, of the court. I mean, that's it's like it's like I could just hear it now. What's up, Your News Now? Quick update, if you don't already know, James Jacobson pled out to a guilty of violation of probation. They extended his probation by 1 year and gave him 20 days. I think he's going to be serving 10 days. Okay, he pled out though. Not that that's bad. Unfucking real, isn't it? It's unreal that actually the whole probation begins when James was falsely arrested, I believe, okay, for being drunk in his own front yard, okay? And what's interesting is that many different times he was also yelling in his front yard, and the cops never arrested him post probation. So after he's on probation, he's called the cops to his house on numerous occasions after being on probation, and he's been yelling in the front yard, and he was never arrested for anything. Okay? So the fact that they arrested him the first time it's an obvious trap to get him in the system. And now they have him in there. 10 days plus 1 year extra probation. It's a little irritating. I do too, Jay Morgan. Jay Morgan wants James to stop calling the police to his house. And I totally agree with Jay Morgan. So that's a great comment. Yep, exactly. It's 10 days or 20 days is way better than 6 months. I mean, but here's the thing. If he was to fight the whole damn thing altogether, maybe he could beat the probation violation and he wouldn't have had to plead out. And that's basically what it comes down to is he pled out. Hey, does anyone here have Kim's PayPal? Because if you guys want to support Kim, you can actually, contribute to Kim because James is going to be in there for 10 days or whatever like that, so you can just show her your support by giving her a couple bucks or something like that. If everybody here right now gave $1 or $2, she'd be pretty happy with that. She could get some smokes and it would calm her nerves at least. Hey, thanks, Freedom. Fucking wicked. You guys chat amongst yourselves. you know, it's just tripping me the fuck out that Elkhart. Uh, I mean, they really got James good, man. I mean, you know, James is a vet, and he got fucked up by being in the system, in the service, you know. And he took an oath to uphold the Constitution, and even though he's out of the service now, the oath still lives on inside of James. And that is exactly what is happening, is that James took an oath to uphold the Constitution, and that promise is not gone just because he's out of the service, okay? He's living up to his oath, and it's fucked up, dude. Honestly, I hate dirty cops so much. You have no idea. Thank you. This, by the way, guys, if you see the link in there, that campaign pool is basically for Kim Morehouse, just to try to support her for the time that James is in jail, because both Kim and James, as you know, are very special, and they are definitely some people that are in the community that need help, need support by other members that can help and can support. Okay. So, everyone has our disabilities, right? You have yours, I have mine, and James and Kim have theirs. So at this time, I think most of us can agree that we're all legal idiots. Okay, no, I don't think there's anyone here that can claim to be a fucking legal guru or anything like that. But instead, being a legal idiot, you know, an idiot to their system. That's what I am. I think Carl Lentz actually said the same damn thing. But what's up to Fane? Some blue ISIS bitches with a blue line down the road, and they all need stitches. But it's a trip, man. When I went out there to audit with James and Tammy, okay, just a little jaded. We audited, we chalked, and the cops never fucked with us. We went inside the lobby, we filmed, we did public records requests, never got fucked with at all by the cops. But then when we left, they automatically started fucking with James again, and it was just basically like them taking advantage of James. And that's what they're doing right now. It's all unjust enrichment, blue ISIS thugs taking advantage of, right, people's incompetencies. Think about that. That's what they're doing. They're saying, we will administer your estate for you, okay? And then in the process of doing so, we will reap the rewards. We will get the attorney's fees. But right now, if everyone here can give $1 or $2 to Kim to help get her to just a couple of cigarettes, because I know she likes to smoke. I don't think James is actually going to be bringing home any bread anytime soon. So, and it might be 10 days or more. So I definitely think Kim is going to need some support right now. It's fucked up, but I'm just e-begging a little bit for Kim, and also giving you guys a quick update. By the way, if you guys like the picture of James in the his new picture there, the profile picture, go ahead and throw up a 1. Thank you, EJ Nix. That's actually not James. That's an image of Frank Bennett, someone you don't know. Roadhog Kennel is the man. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it right there. I mean, you guys... right? I just... it was hilarious. The guy looks almost exactly like James, but I was like, God damn. Fuck Blue ISIS. Hey, fuck blue ISIS and fuck state governments and fuck government that wants to sit here and compel me to perform with their fucking religious tactics and principles. And that's exactly what we have in California and in all of the United States. We've got the principles of the fucking Constitution are there. We don't have to have a religious government if we choose not to have one. It's just when will we wake up and realize that we've been fucking hoodwinked and brainwashed and basically all led into this like fucking slaughterhouse, guys. We're just like fish on a fucking table ready to be stabbed in the neck and bled and then shoved down the fucking chute into the hull of the boat, you know? It's like and then shipped off to fucking to the freezer, you know? So, ready for processing? Let's do this. Like we got our fish. We're just fish flopping. You know, that's James basically is a person who needs our support. And that's why I got behind him in the first place, was because I could tell that he was a vet. He didn't have a good comprehension of the legal system. I've been studying for quite a while, you know. And by going out there, doing some public records requests, doing it in quantum grammar, at least entering into the record some quantum on his behalf, I mean, that did some good, I believe, okay? And it also proved my First Amendment audit does work. They did pass my First Amendment audit because they actually did answer and respond to my language, my logical language format, and accepting the terms and conditions thereof. And so basically, you know, James gave me an opportunity to actually do my form of audit, and I'm eternally, grateful to James for that. So I want to thank every one of you guys also too for supporting James, and just getting behind all of the First Amendment auditors in our community, because it's not over. Oh no, the party's not over. Actually, yeah, that's a great idea, Road. I mean, what we're doing right now is we are actually forming an association, guys. It's like a coalition, really. And we're working on a name. So if you have any good name suggestions for the coalition, let me know. Let Roadhog know as well. But the whole point and goal of the coalition is to get membership from people. I'm not selling legal advice, but instead we're providing quantum grammar legal forms, okay, that you can use to make records requests. You can also use it to make misconduct complaints against attorneys. Also, third-party server forms, and almost any form that you can think of, okay, we can do in quantum grammar, and we can start creating a paper trail of authority for you using the principles of the First Amendment as our guarantee. And it's going to be super powerful when we start reaching out on behalf of the members of our community, of the coalition, and getting the recognition necessary, okay, to stop the abuses and to stop the hurts by the local authorities. You guys know they're treating all of us as terrorists, okay? And you know what? I mean, what's interesting is it's a whole fucking mind fuck, you know, of government influenced religion influenced government, okay? And they're basically treating all of the people of the country as if they are terrorists. The only one that will not be treated like terrorists and hauled off to FEMA camps are the people that are claiming to be free from government. That's the fucking truth. That's the sick, twisted fucking truth, is that the people that will not be herded into FEMA camps are the people that are claiming to be free from government, guys. That's you and that's me. That's right. We will be setting up by the way, guys, we will be setting up an offshore website, so this way we can continue to provide the best informed connectivity with uninterrupted by local authorities. You know, obviously, we're not going to sit here and copyright infringe on anyone, but what we are going to do is basically position ourselves to be able to be secure and to constantly provide the services necessary to protect every single First Amendment auditor uh, and member, actually. You don't have to be a member of the association or coalition to get the protection either. We choose to take on cases or whatever pro bono and do things, but we do require the help of our supporters and sponsors and members, And at this time, we're just now starting to raise funds for a website, an offshore website. So be on the lookout for that. If you want to donate to my PayPal, I think it's First Amendment Audit Facts. So it's PayPal/First Amendment Audit Facts. And but that's just my personal PayPal. But what I would really like to do is again, I think Road is organizing the pool. I think we could probably get a pool going with a goal in mind. I'm not sure exactly how much it's going to cost to start to get these servers that are overseas and then establish this net connection. But once we get this website going, we'll be able to provide a lot more content and kind of a go-to place for all of us to connect outside of YouTube, somewhere that's a little bit more secure. And the idea, again, is to support one another and to support people that don't actually have all of the knowledge, you know what I mean, but that are still exercising the rights and under the principles guaranteed by the First Amendment. So, just because you're a legal idiot doesn't mean that you don't deserve protection, okay? And that's what the coalition's purpose is to protect everybody that wants to partake and become a member of the press, injecting themselves into the public controversy of First Amendment rights or even police misconduct and things of that nature. It's important to develop relationships, and having a relationship with a coalition or an association of like-minded individuals gives you a lot of standing in court if you ever have to go there. Anyway, so for all of the people that came in just recently, you know that James is in jail right now for 20 days. He should be out in 10 days. That's right. Well, we're going to get a pool going, guys, so that way we can make sure that we get our offshore servers, and we're going to get this website going. On the website, we're going to have a quiz that you guys can take if you want to become a member. It's going to be a questionnaire having to do with quantum grammar, the knowledge of the parts of speech, but as well as a constitutional quiz. And once you do that, you should be able to, be certified by us. Basically, it's like third-party witnessing your knowledge. So you have one or more witnesses of the fact that you have specific knowledge relating to your guarantees, your constitutional rights. And once you get us as your witnesses, it's going to be pretty fucking hard for anybody to sit there and challenge that you were not exercising some sort of constitutional right. You know what I mean? Like the conversion of your free exercise of your constitutional guarantees into a crime is absolutely sick. It's one of Blue ISIS's means to an end, you know what I'm saying, for making more money, policing for profit and unjust enrichment. Absolutely. Once we get the website going, I've already got curriculum underway. We can post that stuff on the website. All the results and all the members and their qualifications and certifications will be listed on the website as well. The whole point is to actually get national and international recognition for people exercising their God-given rights. Let me retract my statement. Not the God-given rights, just these rights, basically, that to be free, the right to be free. Okay, I mean, you're born free, you're conceived free, as a separate entity, a separate cosmic body, individual in character and nature, and you know. Whether you have the right or not, but you have a guarantee to be free, okay? Because that's what you are. It's free. I mean, technically speaking, you are bound in your head and you are bound in your thoughts, right? Because where else is a thought taking place but in your head? Can you think a thought outside of your head? No. So in some ways you are not completely free because you can't think thoughts outside of your head, right? So we are bound by this physical environment to a certain degree. We are slaves to this physical environment. But as human beings, we've developed certain codes, moral codes, and ethics codes, okay, through history. Trial and error, experience, and precedents, and things of that nature have led us to uh, uh, maintain a status quo of rules and regulations for ourselves, basically. So, and we call those rules and regulations the law. Yeah, exactly, Roadhog. Why do other countries teach English? I think it's because English is the language of the New World Order, probably. You know. But one thing I'd like to mention about English is that quant logical language formats or syntax, right, claims as it relates to English are our go-to remedy. If you want to establish a common law court, the one way to do it is actually make an individual and independent claim to the parts of speech and define how you're using each part of speech, because there is no other standard for that. The state courts don't actually create standards for the parts of speech. They actually only create definitions, legalese definitions for the use of each word, guys. That's the beauty of it all. I mean, like, if James, right, was to challenge the wording on the documents, they wouldn't sit there and be arguing whether James was guilty of it or not, because James would have not agreed to the parts of speech, and they would never even have gotten as far as determining whether he was guilty of something or not, you know? Because technically speaking, they're going by the language of the probation contract, whether or not he's guilty or not of violating it or not. So it's all a language agreement and a language contract that we've all been hoodwinked and bamboozled and fucking fooled, and the wool has been pulled over our eyes. Basically, we've been indoctrinated from very, very early on into these public schools. Okay, the 10 planks of the Communist Manifesto, right, being played out here in America. Go read that shit. 10 planks of the Communist Manifesto. I don't know how many of you guys out there have heard of it or not, but I'm pretty sure most of you have. I suspect that this is a pretty educated audience. Yeah, dude. James is in jail for 10 days. I already knew that this was what was going to happen. I knew they were going to try to get him to make a plea deal. I expressed that to James when I went out there, and I urged him not to enter a plea, not to take a lesser plea. Unfortunately, the pressure was too thick, and I think that it actually got to him, and he ended up taking a plea. Okay, so he pled to a lesser charge and lesser account. He basically, I don't know, his public defender is didn't do a fucking good job. I mean, if you really think about it, James should have been like saying, "Hey, dude, we need to go back to the very beginning when I first got the probation and deal with that shit so we can squash this probation issue altogether." But now, no, 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 no. Instead of doing that, guess what? Now James has an additional year of probation. And you know what that means. That means James is going to be on probation and for another year when he was actually about to be up, when it was about to be over. They're literally fucking blue ISIS fucking thug jackboot pigs, policing for profit, unjustly enriching themselves, keeping James in the system. Of course, they need people like James to be in the system, or they won't be enriched. Right, guys? They won't be able to get their fucking Beamers or their fucking Land Rovers and shit, and be able to pay, for all their whorehouse visits and shit like that. And all those donuts, you know. Uh, Do they even have Dunkin' Donuts nowadays? I think it's like Krispy Kreme, right? Isn't that a more expensive donut too? I mean, they get high-end donuts nowadays, I'm sure. That's costly. That's expensive. How are they going to pay for those high-end donuts, you know, if without unjust enrichment? Come on, let's be honest. Let's be for real with it. Hey, Spirit in the Sky. Cool. I actually think it's getting a bit late, and so I might. Yeah, it is 11:19. Here's the scales of justice. This is Second Son News coming to you live from the James Jacobson channel with the update about his incarceration. And let's just hope that everything goes well. But if you guys wish to, you can still become a part of the association. All you have to do is I will give you the answers. You just take a quiz. We'll talk more about that in the future. We're getting a website set up, but be prepared to have the answers spoon-fed right into your mouth like a fucking helicopter flying into your mouth, you know, delivering the goods. Okay, we're going to go ahead and feed you guys all of the answers that you need, and you will be able to pass this test with flying colors because we're going to give you the fucking answers, people. You can't go wrong with the shit, man. All we're trying to do is get you recognized nationally and internationally so we can call on your behalf all the local authorities. We can email on your behalf all of the local authorities to whom, you know, you might address in your town, wherever you're at. Plus, you can start using our forums, too. And we can create a huge paper trail of authority nationally as it relates to quantum grammar. And we can start raising the bar between the communication, of the communication between the people and the government. And we can stop the abuses. Because right now, they used a fucked up ass police report to actually violate James on his probation. And if you go back and look at the police reports that James Jacobson is being prosecuted under right now, most of the sentence structure in those was incomplete. There was a bunch of run-on sentences, all right, and just confuckery, language confuckery is what it was, and outright lies also, guys. So, I mean, I don't want to say too much about that, the police reports, but I will tell you this. If it was me, I would have been challenging the grammar 100% of the time of that. Like, why would I even, like, you know, agree that said what the fuck they say it says, you know? What's interesting about it is that James had signed an agreement, a probation agreement previously, right? So they've already got him in a language contract. So it was very, very easy to go ahead and continue to assert that he breached his contract because he breached the terms of it, guys. It's all about contract. I know that we're gonna do good work here. We have a lot of good-hearted people, a lot of very smart people. We are doing good work. By the way, guys, we are doing tremendously good work. We're changing shit, guys. All kinds of different companies are actually starting to recognize auditors, and some companies actually are even creating programs within their corporations, actually, with the word auditor in it. Okay, police auditor in their corporation name. Would you like to see an example? Check it out. Hold on. Here's a quick example right here. So this sign right here, okay, what you're looking at right here is from BART. The BART Police Department, no, BART, Bay Area Rapid Transit Authority, right? They have developed this thing called the Office of the Independent Police Auditor. Now, I'm going to do a separate video about that, so we'll talk more about that later. But I just wanted to let you know, we're doing such good work out there that we are inspiring agencies and companies to actually think with our rights in their minds. So I hope you guys are fucking proud of yourselves, because you should be. Every single one of you supporting First Amendment auditors, like them or love them or hate them. You've been here, you've been supporting, you've been watching, you've been paying attention. That's enough support to make things happen. And keep supporting all the good auditors out there, the ones that are actually doing their thing. Nuck and Futz, I am not at Kim's. I'm in California right now. I have access to James' account because I actually have I help James do the moderators, as well as keeping track of his passwords and things of that nature. But yeah, I just wanted to go live real quick and on his channel, so because I knew I would be able to give you guys all the heads up as far as his condition right now. He's in jail, unfortunately. So the head court today, and he pled out. So he'll be in there for 10 days or 20 days, something like that, and he'll be out. I'm pretty sure all you guys are aware of that. But at this time, I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream. But let me look at some chat. Oh, yeah, fire raps. I'm a fire rapper. You already know, EJ Nix. Yep. Right, he'll be out April 6th. Right, the First Amendment audit, 1A audit facts, that's my PayPal, guys. If you're interested in helping out with that, you can donate directly to that. I don't have a credit card hooked up to that, so I'm not going to be sitting here spending the money on anything personal or anything like that. I'm not going to transfer the money. I might give it to my moderator if she needs, money for traveling or something like that, but I definitely support my mods. And let's just think about this. Let's just think about all continuing to stay focused, all getting together to realize the truth that we still have constitutional guarantees, and then without making the claim, we're not going to keep those guarantees. We need to be able to make those claims and actually do it in a way that is convincing enough to show not just government but the people of the community that times have changed. We've got a technologically advanced society, and it's only natural that we increase our capacity to comprehend the parts of speech, and we start thinking of new and different ways of enacting our guarantees. And stopping the abuses through quantum grammar or logical language format syntax use through an association is probably one of the fastest ways of getting our mission accomplished. Okay, so again, the mission of the association or a coalition, okay, is to secure, okay, the First Amendment rights of men and women who claim to be citizens of the United States who wish to keep their government in check. Okay? You wish to keep your government in check. I want to help you secure that ability. And I believe that I have that capacity. I believe that I have the ability to help you do that. I've got a team of people with me that support what I'm doing. And I really think it's possible that if we pull together, okay, with the right mindset, we can actually accomplish our goal of securing these guarantees and making sure that we have a constitution, okay, that restricts and binds and limits the government rather than giving them a free pass. You guys feel what I'm saying? You guys, I'm about to end the live stream, but I want to say goodnight. Everyone say goodnight. Say goodnight, everyone. Right, we're trying to raise money, guys, for the website right now. Let's get the fucking funds into the PayPal pool for the website. You know, the more we can get, the better right now, so we can get this offshore website and we can be secure. We won't have to be raided and shit. Especially because we're not doing copyright infringement and shit like that. Good night, you guys. Thank you.